Sure.
I get to work out. What shall we do? Okay.
No, but anything.
The legs, okay. We like that. What accessories or affinities do you have? So we'll start with your legs, thumbs, and tongue. So let's have you. Just go start with your spine twist and you just let me know if anything becomes too much.
Well, welcome. Let's get down onto the back. Let's notice where you hold your tension. Perhaps you'd like to close your eyes and just go into your movement patterns. We're going to come into our center and begin with pelvic tilts. If you're working on your coordination, let's exhale as we lower your lower back to the floor. Inhale as that relaxes. Think about where you're holding your tension and trying to release it.
We'll go into, that's it. In this exercise, look for your foot placement, look for the knee, hip, the whole shebang. And then lift into your bridge. And back down. Good. That's it. You can feel all 10 toes into the floor, right? So do you want legs, bumps, and like lower body for a reason, or do you notice? So you're not in pain or anything. That's good.
No.
So we'll work on that. I'll note that down. And then if you can, stay up here and then walk your feet a little closer together. And then you're going to try to pull your knees forward. Can you feel a stretch right there? We're just going to open the knees, keep all 10 toes on the floor, and then zip the knees back together. So I have the heels together. As I open, I'm pressing the heels and the toes together and all 10 toes on the floor, and then pushing the hip up, and then squeezing the knees. What part of the lower body are you feeling right now?
Make sure that you're pushing up with your leg muscles and not pushing your back into the mat. Relax the jaw, face, shoulders. Use those glutes.
Okay. Do that one more time, and then we're going to come back to parallel. And I'm going to heel toe your feet wider than the hip. And here we're just going to pulse up and down. And again, I'm pressing through the toes and the heel. So I'm ready here now. Here. Let's do 2 more. You're going to use your arms and try to lift and lower. So your feet are wider than the hip.
Yeah.
You should feel the lower obliques, like the lower tummy working there. Here we're just going to pulse up and down. And again, I'm pressing through the toes and the heel. Time. You're going to lower down, going back into your pelvic tilts. So you can come back to parallel, or if you feel that you want a spine twist, do that too. I'm going to go onto our sides, either side. So we're going to go into kind of a 90-degree here. I'm going to slide back a little bit. I have this massive mat, and I still managed to come off of it. So 90 degrees at the heel, at the knee, at the hip. And then you hold here, squeezing the bum. I can feel the level pelvis. Now we're able to squeeze the glute here.
Yeah.
Pocket. Good. And focus on you constant trying to engage. And then the lower leg is pushing into the mat. Work. And then we lift the whole foot up and down. Opening the hips even more. So that's what I was doing. I'm looking for a stretch here. Yeah. And then back up. So still keeping 90 degrees.
I know it burns. I'm right with you. See if you can shoot from another set. We're going to start to extend the leg too, but you can always keep the leg bent. For pelvic stability here, keeping that core engaged. Next time you bring your knee towards your chest, try to kick the leg out through the base of the heel and then back like you're riding a bicycle. One more time around, then you can bring your knees together, have a little shake, and when you're ready, we'll come on to hands and knees.
Go on to hands and knees here. That same leg, we're going to work again.
Great work. Let's bring all 5 toes down into the floor for footwork, calf stretch, leg stretch. Feels great.
So going into footwork here. Can you feel the stretch down the feet?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it feels good. And then we'll lift the leg up. So I'm going to close the ribs here and tighten up. Show me where you feel your neutral is. That's it. And then just lift and lower from there. Little pulse. And then moving up into the midline of the body. See if you can feel your center there. You might move my leg out a little bit. So there's a tendency to move your support leg into the middle. So I'm going to still try to keep that out to the side.
And with that leg still up, let's bend the knees so your heel faces the ceiling and pulse.
9, 8, 6, 5, 10, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! And push it back.
If I did those in squats every day, I'd be all right, right?
Yeah. 1,000 squats? Is that what you said?
No, I said those and some squats.
Oh, yeah. Let's go into your pigeon, the same leg you were working. We're going to pull forward.
You're doing great. Now, if this stretch is uncomfortable, you can keep to your child pose, but we do want to get you in this position soon to open the hips.
I try all different things with stairs because when I stretch, I just like mess around when I go.
Side.
I have kids, so it's hard to like find actual times. I'm like, well, I'm running up the stairs anyway, so I might as well take a little workout now.
Well, that's it. You're probably one of those too that do you carry like loads of things with you that you know you shouldn't because you're gonna drop one. Weights here, which are each 4 kilos. Then I had my iPad and my phone, the foam roller, blankets and mats, and a cup of green tea. And B's like, don't do it. But I did it. And I just dropped my phone. So you get a lot of exercise. Oh, but okay, so we're just going to do little pulses here. Try again to squeeze.
Yes, this.
You're going to have fun with the right leg.
The burn's there already.
2, 3, 2, and then just little rotations. Squeeze. Squeeze. Oh my gosh. Just
This
little
side really is horrible.
rotations. Squeeze. Woo. Want to rest it out?
Yes.
Smack it out. Okay, and before you get too comfortable, 90 degrees. So I'm going to just push back. So there's a little bit of relief here because you get that stretch. Keep the pelvis neutral as we come forward.
Are you still roller skating?
I haven't been. We went to go roller skating or rollerblading. When was it? I think over the weekend. But I just got a little overwhelmed with everybody there, and I just didn't have something just consumed me, and I was just like, no, we might go tomorrow. It's just because I'm not watching the news, and I didn't know that everything is back and open.
I hope that you're coping okay with the world coming back to life. We will all keep safe. I'm going to start now to get your leg extended forward. Remember how you want to push through that heel, full circle around. Keep it going.
Nice work. And then we'll shake that out. Take a deep breath. We're going to come back to hands and knees. Go into your footwork. Yeah, but that was the plan, to learn, and that way I can speak to the studio. How fun would that be? You feel your footwork there?
Yeah.
Okay, then engage your quads and the hamstring and tummy. We're gonna just lift up little pulses. Nice. Little pulses. Nice. Why not? Looks great. Looks great. See a long leg, strong leg. And we'll bend the knee. Can lift through the glute here too, and hamstring. Pulse, 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 pulse. 5, 4, 3. Woo. 2, and 1.
Yeah.
Child pose. Walk the hands towards you. Restack. You go into a little bit of shoulder roll, and we'll stretch you forward. So I'm going to bring you up on the knee. And if you know what quad is tighter, that knee stays on the floor. I'll step you forward here. And then we'll just bend forward. There you go. And back. Is that okay on your knee?
Yeah.
I'm going to take you right up. And then back. Bench. Position where you feel anchored in, because we're just going to lift your right knee about this high off the floor.
Okay.
And then hold there. Little pulses. 10, 9, 3, 2. Head position is nice and tall. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. That's been, I should have done like everyone's favorite video, because as the months progressed, I have a lot of, I hate that. I don't want to do this, but I'll do it. Not
I
like
made my
hate,
husband.
but
I made my
like
husband do them the other day, and he was like, "How long do I have to stay here for?" I was like, "Keep holding, keep holding."
Exactly.
Oh, thanks for having a giggle with us. So let's change legs. Really wide stance and bending into that front foot. So you should look for a quad stretch here on the left knee and the glute and hamstring on that right. Try your best to coordinate your breathing too. You can inhale as you push out, exhale as you actively push back, trying to square your hips as you lean back over that back leg. Spread the toes, spread the feet, center yourself, use your balance techniques. All right, so as you find your center, anchor back into those both feet And we're going to lift up into our mini lunge. So just take that knee off the floor a couple of centimeters. Head, neck, and shoulders are level, and you just want to pulse. Push the floor away.
Yeah. Woo, beautiful. Let's come back down. Take it in a little rest there.
Well done. Go ahead and sit around, swing your legs forward, shake it out.
How do you feel?
Good. Tight. Nice.
I'm just going to get a little bit of side stretch, and then we'll go into some tummy work. So if you want to flex your feet, so as high as you can, but you're still engaging, still wrapping the legs, and then pushing your sit bone to the floor there. So your left hip, you're going to push down to the mat, and then I'm tucking the elbow under and back. Yeah. Good. Nice work. Okay. Do you have room to kind of swing to the side? So what I was thinking is we just come around, be on the head. I'm still hovering both legs up off the floor. I'm going to go into a lateral kind of stretch there, side stretch, and then lift the legs. There. Lower the legs, side stretch. Good. One more there. Okay. Now just teaching points here. I'm going to bend the knees in. Come off that little bony bit a little bit. And both legs are going to bend up. Okay. And we're going to extend. You can hang on wherever you need to. You can grab that leg if you want to.
You're welcome to keep both knees bent and the feet really tight to the body.
Yeah. Good. 3 more. So your left leg, push through the heel. So you're really pushing, trying to straighten that heel. Good. Nice work. And then we're back up again. Going into a forward bend. How'd that feel? Nice. Tummy. And we stack, and we'll try the other side. And you just plant the arm. I need to move down a little bit so you can see me. And swing around. Good. If it feels awkward, bring the hip further down so you have more space. But I'm going to get to a point where you could go into that lateral stretch. Tighten the tummy. Lift the legs. Need to respace. Do you feel that you're also on your bum?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder. Careful not to cramp your toe. And then we'll come into our inner thigh work. So I'm going to just roll. And up. Good. And up. Shoot for 3. 2. Look at us just chilling on a cocktail. Nice work. Back up. And this time, let's go to an open leg stretch. Are you comfortable with that? Or would you rather, yeah? Okay. Just gonna hold you here. And then you can flex your feet. That's it. Tighten the quad muscles. Tighten the tummy. Just breathing. You can feel a stretch into the back of the leg. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So if it's too much to reach forward, you can push the floor away into more of a chest opener stretch, or if you have something around you to use, you have your hands on the ball. But it looks like okay. And walk over to one leg. Try to get your chest right down over it, or the hand on top of the foot or the outside of the foot. And again, breathing. Feels nice, that one.
Yeah.
Shoot for another 3 or 4 deep breaths. All right, now we're going to go into a spine twist. So you can have your hands on the chest, or up, or open. Never mind. Backwards. I might keep my hands in. Keep the legs fired up. Closing the ribs. Good. You're going to hold there. Going taller. Squeeze that leg muscle. Nice. Keep the core. Come back to center. Same again. Do what feels right for you. So I'm closing the ribs, trying to keep both sit bones grounded. Finding that support. Shoot for again 3 or 4 deep breaths. Keep the core as you come back to center. Nice work, my friends.
I'm so glad you always say take 4 deep breaths because I normally hold my breath a little bit and then you're like, take a breath. I'm like, oh yes, breathe, breathe.
Oh, that's good to know, Sonia. I'll do that. Oh, okay. Even
Only when it's something really hard, then I'm just like concentrating. I'm like, oh.
interesting. But that's going to affect your separation. How is that feel? Yeah, well, we know that already. We didn't do that. That's good. We'll have to just do these little reminders every now and again. Breathe in.
Thanks.
And we're just on your exhales. I'm going to inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Tighten the tummy. Pelvic tilt. Inhale. Exhale. Roll back a little bit more. Lateral breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. The energy is going through the heels. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, I'm getting hard. Exhale. I can't talk very much. And then we'll inhale and lower it down. Good. Keep everything engaged. I'm going to lift one leg up on the exhale. Exhale, up. Inhale down. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And can you do both legs? And then exhale as you lift. So take a big breath in, up the leg, pull up. Good. Grabbing the knees. On your exhale, you lift head, neck, and shoulder. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale. I'm just going to be stuck at the door. What was that? Nice work. Let's come around. I'm going to bring you onto hands and knees for a cat stretch. So here too, big breath. Exhale. Inhale as you look up. Exhale. One more time, and then we'll push you back into down dog. So as you exhale, you're going to pull back or pull up or push back. And work. If you can, let's walk your feet a little bit closer, and you're just going to bend the knees here. I'm going to lift one foot towards the ceiling. So find your center, bend the knee, lift up. You can twist that hip open a little bit. There you go. You're kind of looking under the armpit, your right armpit. And then back. We'll do the same, bend the left. Looking under the left armpit. And back. From here, we're going to walk out to your plank. On the exhale, you're gonna pull the knee to the elbow. I was gonna say elbow to knee, but that didn't work very well.
You can also keep that back knee on the floor to do this for you beginners.
Good. And back into your dog. Other side here, so we go into your plank. Big breath. Back into your dog. Let's go ahead and bring the knees to the floor. Rest into child pose.
All right, guys, for this next example, I'm going to try to get you to bring both knees to the elbows, one on each elbow. So it's a lot of body weight in the upper area of the shoulders and a lot of arm work. So do the best you can. Try one knee at a time, keeping your toes down. Really tighten up.
Nice work. Taking it to the floor. And do a little bit of hip stretch here. So first, we're just going to start with the knees bent, just starting back in a nice long spine. Let's go back to fundamentals. So you're going to have your hands on the rib cage. And hips are relaxed, glutes are relaxed, jaw is relaxed. And I just want to try for you to inhale into your hands. So the hands are going to be on the side of the ribs. The palms of the hands there. There you go. Yeah. Big inhalation, and you'll feel your ribs open into your hands. And then you feel the oxygen fall away, and the ribs close. We're going to do 5. You might even feel, hopefully, your back ribs pushing into the floor. Relax the glutes and the hips. There's going to be a tendency for them to fire up. Hard.
I have to think about this more than other things, which are like.
After lockdown, I could feel like the remnant. How do you say that word? The rest of.
Yes, remnant.
Remnant. I feel whatever's left over.
Yeah.
In my body.
I do really feel a difference now when I do cat stretches. I meant to tell you last week. No.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, actually, I meant to say that. Last week and the week before, I was.
It feels like so much more of a stretch now. Like it's so nice.
Beautiful. We'll pull one knee in and extend the leg, the other leg away. Yeah, it's great to hear.
When you notice those little changes.
People really do. I've noticed even your favorite exercise. I've noticed I've gotten better at that over the past. How long have we been here? Lockdown, March, April, May, June, 4 months or so.
March.
Just goes. I'm just like, have I really done all of those workouts?
Yeah.
Knees in, and this is to help stretch your hips. So we're gonna have the hand on the inside of the leg, and we'll just grab the toes, and then you can try to straighten the leg. You could do 1 or 2 feet here, and then you can even bend the legs back in, so you can feel it. You should feel an inner thigh stretch, glute stretch. It's great for the gut, great for the foot, ankle, and calf. And if you want, you can do both together or just switch legs. This will be good for your ankle and your knee.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more? Sorry?
No.
It's
Like
it's not changed at all since we started? Well, unless it's always been the case with you, but with the pregnancies and abdominal separation, your hips are going to be doing a lot of work, and they're pretty much locked closed until we can get your tummy function better. And that might be contributing to all of that tightness. And we'll just change sides.
That was really fun. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank
Pleasure,
you. I
pleasure.
do think my tummy is again like slightly less doming. I think like I'm trying like also in pictures I've seen like when I sit I hunch, so I'm really trying to keep like a
Good.
alignment. When I hold my son, I'm trying not to like stick my tummy on my hip out and sit him on it. Like, but so I'm really trying hard. I'm doing my homework.
No, I really appreciate that. It's not easy to do during this lockdown. I'm glad. And it's showing now. You're taller, you're getting into your middle back, you're feeling
Yeah, no, it's nice.
much better. Yeah. It's just there. It's just gonna be a little while longer and then we'll be back at our normal life
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, but this is amazing. Like it has been amazing to like be able to do this because at the beginning I was a bit like, oh, I don't know, like carrying on with classes, but like not with you, and I didn't know how it was gonna be or how comfortable I was gonna feel that you weren't like, you
Sure.
know, able to be able to move things for me if it was in the wrong position. But like you're like super attentive and yeah, but that's really good because I think
Oh,
like
I'm glad that you enjoy that. I always wonder if I
otherwise,
should
no, that's my
say
favorite
that.
bit. It's funny, like everyone always like when I recommend you, I'm always like, and the thing that I love most is that you describe exactly what you should be feeling and where you should be feeling it. Like, thank you so much. Thank you. Get on
Oh,
those blades.
sorry?
Get on those blades.
Yeah, now you've got me all inspired. What could possibly go wrong? Thank you.